In under 30 days from now, a new reproductive care amendment that voters overwhelmingly supported will be written into the state's constitution. But as it stands, state laws regarding abortion are still on the books. NBC4 State House reporter Natalie Fahmy joins us now live. And Natalie, you spoke with two law professors about what the conflicting laws mean for Ohioans. What did they tell you?
That's right, Jared. Both the professors I talked with tell me the new amendment supersedes everything. But there is still room for legal battles as some Republican state lawmakers here at the State House are weighing their options. Last week, Ohio voters passed Issue 1, and on December 7th, the right to an abortion to the point of fetal viability will be written in the state's constitution. But at the State House, some Republican representatives say the amendment does not repeal any of the state's abortion laws, and no amendment can overturn, quote, the God-given rights with which we were born. Legal experts say that doesn't matter.
It's in the Ohio Constitution. It is above state statutes.
Stephen Steinglass is Dean Emeritus at the Cleveland State University College of Law. He says ideally members of the state legislature would repeal laws that conflict with the new amendment, like the state's 6-week abortion ban with no exceptions for rape or incest. Last week, Governor Mike DeWine said he's not in favor of doing that, but Steinglass says the amendment is self-executing either way.
What that means is you don't need any statute.
The 6-week abortion ban has been enjoined or put on hold by a Hamilton County court. So I asked if the same could happen with this amendment. Professor of law at Capital University, Dan Cobill, says it's not likely.
There wouldn't likely be any plausible legal basis to do it. All of the particulars to amend the Constitution were complied with.
But here at the State House, lawmakers are still weighing their options, and that includes a group of House Republicans looking to remove jurisdiction from the courts to hear cases over the new amendment. Cobill says the legislature can establish jurisdiction, but that's about it.
The Ohio legislature itself cannot engage in judicial actions.
The Republicans behind the push want the legislature alone to consider what, if any, modifications will be made to existing laws. But Cobill and Steinglass say that violates the separation of powers and principles of due process of law.
You can throw things against the wall. The question is, will it stick? And I'm afraid for them that not much of this is going to stick.
Spokespeople for both the Ohio Senate President and Speaker of the Ohio House tell me they declined to comment on this push to remove those judiciary powers. A spokesperson for the Senate President tells me they've had no significant discussions about similar legislation in their chamber, and Governor Mike DeWine says he thinks something like this is unlikely. Local for you at the State House, I'm Natalie Fahmy, NBC4.